Okay, so today we have a video, and this is going to be a little bit different from the videos that I normally do. Today we're going to be talking about the Chicago housing market, but we're going to be analogizing the Chicago housing market to the NBA playoffs. I don't watch sports, but I think this is a good analogy for people that do watch sports. I know a lot of y'all watch sports. I think that everybody's asking the wrong question about the. I think everybody's asking the wrong question about the Chicago housing market right now. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? That is not what's happening right now. Chicago is in a playoff season when it comes to real estate and inventory. That is the pace of the game. That's what people don't talk about, and it's exposing everybody, buyers and sellers alike. Here's the truth. Chicago never had the post-pandemic collapse that San Francisco, LA, New York, Florida, a lot of cities in Florida saw. We never had that. Chicago's inventory started out tight. Prices never fell off, demand never disappeared, and the reason is simple. We never had enough inventory to begin with. Even today, right now, today, our supply is not where it was pre 2020. So instead of the market breaking, we actually refined. We got a little bit tighter and contracted, but our market never collapsed. Our prices never fell through. They maintained the same. So that's why I say that right now, Chicago feels like the playoffs. Not things aren't really chaotic, but every single move matters, and it's almost like every play on the court is something that can get you in or not in a home. Limited inventory typically means limited opportunities, and limited opportunities mean every listing is a possession, every showing is a decision, and every offer is a commitment. This to me is why I think sellers are actually being exposed first. For one, let's just break this off top. Sellers have leverage. They will have the most leverage, and we have to acknowledge that. But right now in Chicago, in the market as it is, that leverage is conditioned. You don't just show up and win anymore because you have a listing. When inventory is tight but not empty, buyers, they might not have unlimited options, but right now they have options. And for a seller, that can be the problem because now your listing isn't competing against the market. Your listing is competing against the 3 to 5 best options in your area at any given moment. And what I like to tell sellers is if you're not one of those, if you're not in the top 1 to 2 rotation of every buyer that comes through the door, you're already behind. And that's the market telling you that you lost the demand that you needed to get in the first 72 hours of your listing. This was not an issue sellers had 1 to 2 years ago. This is a new problem, and sellers have to address it head on when they very first list a property within the first 24 to 72 hours. Period. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but what does this mean for buyers? You said buyers aren't winning either. Buyers are getting exposed. Buyers are coming out belly up if you look at it, because limited inventory does not just mean less competition for sellers. It actually is going to force you as a buyer to make more complex and difficult decisions about where you want to live. And you're going to have to give a little bit more than you would have 3 or 4 years ago. So if you wait too long, the property is gone. If you hesitate, you're back in the pool with worse options than when you started. And now you might even overpay for something you didn't even want fully in the first place because your options are so limited. And you have to make decisions to come to the table pre-approved, proof of funds in hands, ready to submit offers that compel and motivate sellers. Or what's even worse is you're stuck renting and waiting for a crash that may never come again. Okay, so let's talk about the inventory. The one thing that I like to talk about the most when you're talking to buyers or sellers is we have an inventory crisis in Chicagoland. Chicago is structurally low in the amount of housing that we have for the people that need it, and it's just high enough to create competition. That's a good sweet spot, but it's actually an awkward position for the market to be in, because too little inventory, sellers can dominate completely. Too much inventory, buyers control the market and they take over. Right now we're in the middle and the market doesn't really know how to handle that. But the middle is where execution actually is going to matter the most. See, people don't talk about this, but the reason that I keep analogizing our current season in the real estate market to the playoff season in the NBA is because in the playoffs, you don't get 100 possessions. You get very few opportunities, and every single mistake is going to cost you a lot more. That's exactly what's happening here. Bad pricing, for sellers, you don't get a second chance. Weak presentation for sellers, buyers will move on immediately. If you're overthinking as a buyer, that property that you were going to circle back to is now gone. It's no longer available. So the numbers start to add up. Well-positioned properties are going under contract in 2 to 3 weeks. A significant portion are still selling at asking or above. And the one thing that people don't talk about is it only applies to properties that hit the market right. Properties that don't, properties that miss that 72-hour launch window, they are structurally doomed to fail because they will sit and stale out on the market. They will sit, they will reduce, they will slowly lose leverage and give all of their leverage to the buyers. So now what you will watch right now isn't necessarily a hot market or even a cold market. It's a selective market, a market where buyers are hesitant and motivated, where sellers are thinking about listing but wanting to wait and see if they can get more money in the future. But this is a market where good listings will be rewarded immediately. Average listings will get ignored. Decisive buyers will be rewarded, and bad decisions will get punished fast across the board. This is the one thing that I want to warn everybody about. We need to work harder to make sure our buyers are prepared and our sellers can understand what's going on. The market is tight, but we are in a good spot in Chicago. And I think that if you're looking to sell a home, now's the time. If you're looking to buy a home, now's the time. And you can't say that everywhere else in America. Do your thing and do what you must with this knowledge. Go ahead, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can follow me on TikTok. I don't make TikToks. I don't know. This is just not my vibe. And then also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop a comment down below. Go watch some of my courses or my playlists for buyers or FSBOs and leave a comment. Leave a little fire emoji so I know you came from this video and you made it all the way to the end, and we're at what? 9, 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Thank you. But more importantly, thank you for watching and thank you for joining me. And I'm sorry for missing the past few days of uploads. I feel so bad about it, but I had so much going on. I got buyers looking for places. I had to get my license renewed, yada, yada, yada. Don't nobody care. It was a busy time. I didn't upload. I'm back to it. We're going to redo the 30 days, but like, it's just going to be plus 2 days at the end. So we could act like that didn't happen. See y'all in the next one. I appreciate you for joining me, and yeah.